Welcome to T-Boys TV. We're back again with another stream, obviously Premier League review. Sorry that's a few days late. Obviously I wait for the Monday night games. I know a lot of people that do reviews don't actually wait for the Monday night games, especially the last two ones. They thought, yeah, they ain't going to be great. Well, a lot of them were wrong with the Leicester one, weren't they? And then obviously the Villa one, there's a lot of talking about it. So I would say that, they've missed quite a bit to the ones that don't do it. And then obviously I've been working Monday and Tuesday as well. But I didn't want to do it after the Forest game. And then yesterday I proper shattered people. I had to get up at 5:30, and I was working, the whole day pretty much. So yeah, it was just mad. Do you know what I mean? Traveling up to Leicester, coming down, it was mad. It was mad. But yeah, obviously we're here to do a review today. And obviously I'm joined, as you can see on the thumbnail, with Hanno again. I nearly butchered your name there, mate. I don't know what's going on with me today. But yeah, obviously he was on the last one as well. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Chelsea are great. I'm good.
Yep. Chelsea's starting to get a bit of rhythm going. Obviously haven't actually conceded in the last 3 games, if I'm correct. Why is she doing the hoovering again? That is actually why we're late. It's my mum. You can proper hear it. The dog came running in here. Do you know what I mean? Because my dog's scared of the hoover. It's mad. But hopefully you can't hear that too bad. Oh, there you go. Stop now. Big up Chris. He says, afternoon, I'll be watching this and in comments till 4:45 p.m. before I have to go to work. As always, no worries, mate. Big up yourself. And then big up Stephen. He says, big up Ty. He says, big up Hanno as well. And no one cares about Chelsea, just messing. Well, we have to talk about their game at some point, of course. And the first game we're going to talk about, my cousin was right. I wish we clicked it or was doing a stream at the time. Like I said, Brentford fan, I've said it a few times since I've spoken briefly about this game. He said to me, we're going to get battered. I was like, okay, it's away at St. James's Park. They need to get some sort of result like they did, before against Fulham. But then, at home, see Eddie Howe, there is some question marks over him from Newcastle fans. But last 2 games, they've scored, a mad amount of goals. And obviously they've done it here as well. Cousin was right. I said it'd be a 1-1 draw. I looked at Newcastle at home and I saw they got a lot of draws and results that weren't so great. Brentford, they are a decent side, and I think, well, no, not I think. I remember when I'd done the previews to this game, I said, last year it was a draw at Newcastle and it was 3-3, if any of you remember that. So I had a feeling, it weren't going to be a great game, but I thought the points are going to be shared, but clearly not. Again, I didn't do great in my Prem predictions this weekend. That's back to back. But yeah, this game, obviously, Newcastle took the lead. I thought Raya for Brentford, I thought he had a really poor game. I'm not going to lie. He was all over the place. And I don't really rate Raya. I've said that for ages. Ever since I watched him when they played Fulham to go up in the playoffs, and they lost that one 1-0. His positioning for the goal Fulham got was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why he was that far out. It just didn't make sense to me. And yeah, not so great in this game. Obviously Guimaraes, what a performance he had, by the way, showing his quality. And I've seen a lot of debates about him, as the weekend's gone by. But yeah, obviously he got the first goal, header, and it's what I mean with Raya. I don't know what his positioning was all about. I really don't. Obviously Trippier with the assist, and it was one of them where Murphy got a goal as well. He's a player I think is quite underrated, to be honest. But yeah, at the back, poor, absolutely poor by him. He was shocking. And then obviously, they'd had the 2-0 lead. And then obviously they got a penalty, clear penalty. Brentford, arm is up. Ivan Toney, obviously a lot of people are highly rating him on penalties. I've seen some people say best in the world. I need to see more of him taking penalties, but he is very confident when he takes them. And obviously he scored this one. I believe keeper went the other way. Good finish by him. you know, and he was, you know, going, come on, to the Brentford fans, like thinking, and I was thinking that might be, you know, a little bit of hope, but obviously it wasn't quite to be. And then Guimaraes scored again. That was a really good goal. I thought his second goal, you know, the way it went in was brilliant. Obviously, he made it a double. And then Almiron scored again, you know, back to back. Obviously, the week before, as we all know, he scored a banger. And yeah, me and Hanno said it was goal of the week. You know, obviously that goal he scored against Fulham, scored again here. And yeah, Pinnock, like I said, he was poor as well. You know, not even because he got the own goal. You know, before that, the pass back he did for Almiron's goal, I believe it was absolutely shocking. You know, he again, another player I think's bang average. You know, he was at fault, and you know, it was poor. It was absolutely poor. Massive win for Newcastle. Like I said, Eddie Howe is getting a little bit of question marks, but I think the last two games he's shut up shop in that sense by getting some, you know, very emphatic results against decent sides as well. Let's not, like, you know, Brentford. Yeah, they have these games. You know, they even did last season where they lost heavily, but they would still end up doing all right. And I think it'll be similar this season. And Fulham, look how they've done. You know, look at the start they've had to the season in the Premier League. No one would have expected that. So that's what I've got to say about that one. Hanno, anything you would like to add?
I agree with you. I thought this was going to be much tougher game. For once, I think, except the past, for once I have done all right in prem predictions. I got 11 points. Luckily, I think the last time I got such big score, 10 plus was round what? Round 4. That's what is last time I got that the amount of points. So yeah, I done all right in my prem predictions. But yeah, on the Newcastle game, anyhow, there was some questions. I was one of the people that questioned him. I still don't fully think, because Newcastle, with the players they've signed, if you look at their squad, you should expect them to beat Fulham and Brentford. And so I think maybe if they can beat, maybe if they can get a draw versus United, or maybe even a win, which is not impossible, then I would say, yeah, it's done good. But I'm just keeping my eye on Newcastle. They currently now 7th somewhere there, about top 6 around there. So I'm just keeping my eye on Newcastle, see what they're doing. I know it's early, but 10 games, it has 8 games, because there was 1 week stoppage. 9 games. Most of the teams played, 8 for some. So I'm just keeping my eye on them. I know it's just 9 games that has been played, but if the likes of Newcastle, I don't want to say it, but also continue for, let's say, the next five games, I can definitely be up there before even Europa League Newcastle, and I would maybe then say also maybe challenging if they continue on this run. Let's say to round 13, 14, 15. For the next 3 to 5 games until the end of October, it's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, yeah, big up, Chris. I just saw your comments. Wait, I'll close the door properly now. My dog came in, so yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely. You know, Newcastle, they're actually in the top 6. Obviously, we'll go through the table at the end, but they're actually in the top 6. So yeah, they're in the top 6, Hanno, mate. Newcastle is mad. Oh, Flipping hate that. I get one notification, my phone goes all over the gap. That's so annoying.
But Newcastle
Go on.
is an interesting to keep on. And Brentford, they haven't been they've been decent, but I don't think they've been I'll say in the top 10, but they haven't like the performance. They haven't had standout performances, and
No.
you would say, "Oh, that's a real team. They're definitely going to get somewhere." But yeah, it's still going to be interesting to see where both teams end up because Brentford, if they can keep just nicking the results, maybe improve performances, I think definitely. They're also up there again, the 10th, 9th, 11th in that position. So I reckon they will also be maybe up there, maybe even, what do you call it? European, what? Conference League, that's the one. I almost said European Super League. But yeah, both teams done great. Thank you, Newcastle, for winning. Schedule weren't going to win, but well done. And yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I think, talk about standout results for Brentford, but then again, people say, oh, it's United. I think that was the only standout one they've had this year. But yeah, they've had a lot more losses than I would have expected this early on in the season. And they've took some heavy defeats as well. Obviously, this game, Arsenal, I expected them to do better against. I know Arsenal are doing well, but at home, but it just wasn't to be in that one. Let's go through some comments. Newcastle are in the right direction now, finally clicking. It does seem like that, doesn't it? It does seem like that. I said 2-0 Newcastle. Didn't expect big scoreline. Yep, I know a lot of people that did say a 2-0.
I said 2-1.
Whoever this helmet is, you literally sub to put that, like Chris said in the comments. And if you're really crying over that, then flipping hell. I don't know what else to say. Trippier as a wonder delivery must start instead of Trent for England, or as you said, deployment left back. Like I said, I'll put him left back. Right back, he's been shaky at times, but I would go with Kyle Walker in the World Cup.
But you guys maybe need to play him now at right back.
I don't know. It's one of how they're doing nearer the time, but as of right now, that's what I'm saying.
You guys maybe need to play him there at right back because Reece James is injured.
And Trent is injured. Just,
and Walker is injured.
You know what's going on with Trent. Do you know what I mean?
And Walker is injured. So.
And this was a comment me and Hanno were laughing at. Yeah, and that's why I bring him on, mate. He's actually got common sense. He knows what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? Big up the Waste. He says, all right, Hanno and Tyler. Big up yourself, Waste, mate. Hope you're well.
Yeah,
we're all right, mate. We're all right. But yeah, we'll move on from that game. The next game, I put too much faith in Leicester.
Same.
I don't know why I did at the same time because Bournemouth is still unbeaten. like I said when I predicted the game, I just thought, with it being, Leicester getting that win, I felt they'd have a little bit of confidence. And I feel this is maybe where Bournemouth, just don't look as great, but it wasn't to be. Obviously, Leicester got the opening goal. Daka, very scrappy in the box it was. I'm not going to lie, very scrappy in the box by Bournemouth. So yeah, that was really it from the first half. I remember Bournemouth had quite a lot of chances, and obviously eventually they got a goal. Billing, by the way, what a strike that was. He's a player I rate. I'm pretty sure I said that on one of the episodes before. Well, not even episodes. These are not episodes, but on these reviews and that, I'm pretty sure I said that before. What a strike it was. Keeper had no chance. Our keeper's bang average anyway, but he had no chance there. Brilliant strike it was. And then obviously Christie took him into the lead. Brilliant bit of play, by the way. Solanke, what a ball over to Christie. And it was one of them where he got it and you knew he wasn't going to miss, with how much space he had in that sense. But brilliant there. Brilliant to see there. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get to see Jack Stacey versus James Justin, obviously two former Luton players. And obviously they played with each other on each side when they were at Luton. But because Jack Stacey come on towards the end, so you didn't really see much of it. But I knew Jack Stacey wasn't going to start because he doesn't start for Bournemouth anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, obviously that happened, and yeah, that was it really. But all I can really say about this one is brilliant turnaround from Bournemouth, and they're proving everyone wrong. I remember a lot of people in Liverpool beat them 9-0. Yeah, it's only Bournemouth. Now people are looking like fools saying that. Was it Scott Parker the problem? It seems to be it, because with O'Neill, they're still unbeaten. So that's what I will say about that. Hanno, your thoughts on this game, mate?
Never put faith in Brendan Rodgers. Never. He always bottle things, and again, his team bottles it. Fortunately, they couldn't do it in the FA Cup when we played them. Of course, they couldn't bottle a final or a big match. Of course, then they couldn't. And so I went through one. I was like, nah, surely Leicester are back. Like Steph thinks. I think Steph said in one of the comments, we'll pull up later. I think we all thought Leicester turned a corner, beating Forest.
Oh, here. Sorry, I was trying to look for that comment. You're on about this one, yeah.
Yeah, back and Belling, wow, yeah. Then grabbing the one also, well done. Yeah, like I say, yeah. I think maybe neutrals of who doesn't support Leicester or rivals, and no neutrals with Leicester. I think maybe thought or Leicester turn a corner, including me, but they didn't. And Leicester again, they didn't look all that. Again, they were poor. Like, I know Brentford are unbeaten and that, but I'm sorry, Bournemouth, not Brentford. Bournemouth are unbeaten, but yeah, Bournemouth scoring 2 goals, that's unheard of almost. If you, especially against a decent side, if you look quality players wise, not performance wise, but Bournemouth, really? Because you look last week, Bournemouth drew 0-0.
With Brentford, and I remember saying that I felt they deserved to win that.
Yeah, and then the following week, I think the game was cancelled. Yeah, and then
they beat
of course they beat Forest
3-2 as well.
Yeah, they beat Forest 3-2, but it's Forest like. But other than that,
I still will give them credit for that game though, because that was a massive comeback, and no one would have expected that.
Yeah, But, well done to Bournemouth. I didn't expect him. If they were going to score, I didn't think to. I thought just like 1 goal easy. So look, I think other than the Forest game, they drawn games or maybe 1-0, something like that. So yeah, well done Bournemouth. And Bournemouth, we thought Bournemouth and Fulham are going to get relegated. Both are in the top 15.
Yeah.
Which, if both teams can continue and hold on, it's going to be absolutely madness. Yeah. Well done, Bournemouth.
To be fair, we've all said it with Fulham. If Mitrovic starts firing, I know a lot of their other players are doing well as well, but if he starts firing, adding to that, then they've got a good chance of staying up. And, I know he's injured at the moment, but, before that, we all know what he was doing. But I was just laughing at British Chap's comment, which we'll get into in a minute. But I want to read all the comments because a lot of people in here, man. Big up yourselves. Oh my God, Tyler. Hello, Tyler. Hello. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. Very good knowledge out here. Do you know what I mean?
And anyways.
A big up Chelsea fan as well. I see that he was in the comments. It says Leicester in the mud. Yeah, trust me, it's mad. Yeah, true, Chris. True. Big up Wace as well. Keep hitting the like button. Yeah, please do if you haven't already. It helps with the algorithm and all that. Chris says, I would keep O'Neill till World Cup, then appoint him permanently. I bet you all dollars for McFlurry performances will drop his shot. Yeah, we've said it before, innit? You don't want to rush it. It's a similar situation, obviously, like I said it last week, they're two completely different clubs. But, you don't want to do it in the sense like Man United did with Ollie. Because I said to United fans that I knew at the time, I wish I'd done YouTube because I'd have said it right there. This is not going to age well. And look what happened. But yeah, this is the comment I was laughing at. British Chap said, take that cap off.
Yeah, take that awful cap off.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, everyone's going to start saying it, ain't they? Big up my cousin Stanley. He says, what's up, Tyler? Not a lot, mate. Not a lot. Big up yourself. Well, you probably don't know what big up means, but good up. I don't know what to say. Hello. Take it off. Shut up, mate. Shut up. Leave me alone. Big up Lewis. Big up Lewis. You already know. Big up everyone that went on his stream the other day, by the way. Obviously, I haven't done any streams or anything since then. But big up everyone that did. And yeah, like I said, please do subscribe to Perry Sports if you haven't already. Come on then, mate. Yeah, let's make that happen then. You still ain't giving me this contract. Come on, mate. But yeah, we'll move on from this game. Now, I was very annoyed with this game. Because I was actually going to say 4-0. I was thinking 4-0, 4-1. But then I was thinking Ward-Prowse, you know what he's like. He might get a cheeky little goal. But it wasn't quite to be. It wasn't quite to be there. Man City, just a dominant display yet again. That's all I can really say. They're quite unlucky not to score earlier. Haaland, very unlucky. Hit the inside of the post and it went out. And I saw Southampton fans going, like giving it all the large, like they were going to win the game. Deluded, mate. But yeah, obviously that happened. I don't even mind Southampton. It was just ridiculous what I saw there. But then Cancelo scored a very good goal, by the way. Very good run and a good finish. Obviously, Foden with the assist. Foden scoring again. Pretty decent goal by him as well. I thought Mahrez's goal in the second half, a wicked goal. Mahrez is a player I've always rated. And then everyone was like, oh my God, Haaland hasn't scored. He was always going to score at some point, wasn't he? I thought he'd get 2, but he could have. That, like I said, that one where the inside of the post at the start, very unlucky. But then he did score, and he scored a lot of goals like that this season where, the ball's been played across and he's just buried it in. And that's literally what he done here. Cancelo with the assist. And yeah, like I said, just a dominant display by Man City. I can't really think of Southampton having a chance, if many, good chances, I mean, by that. But yeah, Man City, it took them a while to score, but like I said, they were unlucky not to score beforehand. But Hanno, mate, talk to me about your thoughts on this game. But just before you do that, big up to a waste. He sent a super chat. He sent 79p. Big up yourself, mate. And actually, before I let Hanno go on to what he's going to say about the game, obviously I said most of the money you get from super chats at the moment goes towards the World Cup. And I found, a decent, very cheap price to get all the flags. Similar to the ones I have, the smaller ones, but yeah, I found a good price for them. So when I next get the payment, that's what I'll be taking it for. A little bit of that. Obviously, it'll be nothing. I still have a lot more from YouTube, but a bit of that will go into that. But anyway, Hanno, talk to me, mate, about your thoughts on this game.
So yeah, of course, last week's game, City game, I was thinking going to win 6-0. I said 5-0. I said 6-0. They won 5-0. And then this game, I was like, Southampton, like you, I was like, maybe Ward-Prowse gets an early goal, maybe, or even maybe a Shea Adams streaky goal. They didn't. I just wanted to please just score the amount of goals I predicted. I said 5-1. I still wouldn't have gotten my 3 points, but at least just score the amount of goals I predict you guys to score. That's all I want. I just say, like you say, Haaland, people thought he wasn't going to score. It was actually shocking he didn't score at least 3 of those goals. Or 2, but yeah, he scored 1, which is good for him. And I think Manchester City, of course, they rest their big players midweek. I think if you look in the attack, they definitely rested some players in this game. Just check now the lineups they had. But I believe they definitely had some changes in the lineup, like in the attack. Mahrez starting, yeah, Mahrez started it of Grealish, and then that was the only change. But again, Mahrez, he started again midweek. He couldn't get a goal, or yesterday, couldn't get a goal. He got a goal this game. But I don't know what's happening to Morris. I think honestly Morris maybe needs to move. I know he's good and all that, but yeah, I just don't think I don't think he's in favour anymore at Manchester City. Like you look, Grealish is starting in front of him in some games. Then Foden, then even Alvarez, of course. Sometimes starting ahead of him. So yeah, I'm not going to. City 1-4, it's a routine one for them. But yeah, that's just all I have to say. Just I don't know what's going on with City's attack. What Pep is trying to do. I know like the scoring goals and that, but chemistry and all that. I think that's maybe one worrying point for them. Because you look, Southampton, I know Depot was like, no, we're going to take it easy, but surely a Man City team that scores 6 passes whilst Man United should at least score 5 or 7 past the Southampton team. So I don't know if it's maybe chemistry or that, but I think there's something maybe for Manchester City to look at. But yeah, well done to them. And well done. And Southampton, you need to look. I think it's time to sack Arsenal too. I don't know about you, but I think it's time to sack him.
Yeah, it's starting to get a lot more of a speaking about, isn't it? I remember, when the first rumours come around, only a few people really talking about it. And obviously a lot of Southampton fans, and then it sort of died down, but it's coming back up again. And I don't think it's a bad shout. They've been very hit and miss at times this season. There's been a lot of results I look at, and I just expect them to do better in games. Like I thought, even though since the Merseyside derby, Everton haven't done too bad, I just thought the way, Everton was able to come back and how quickly they actually did in that game. I just think games like that, especially at home, it should be doing better in that sense. And yeah, they, like I said, they're a team that I, say they're going to win a lot of games, and they don't. They have got a good team, and they've made some good signings in the summer as well. I did say though, when they sign these players, there's a lot of young signings that they've done that, from what I've seen, don't really have Premier League experience. So I thought that could have affected them, and it seems to be at the moment. Obviously, at the start of the season as well, when I've done my predictions, I said they'd just survive relegation, and I think the way things are going, that's a strong possibility. As of right now, in the league table, obviously, like I said, we'll go through the league table at the end. But as of right now, they are literally 17th, where I actually put them as well. So we'll see. But they do have good players as well. Obviously, as we know, Ward-Prowse, Shea Adams. I've always rated Shea Adams. I'll get that in. They've got a decent team, but maybe Hassan Hootel, does need to go. We'll have to see. We will have to see. British Chap says, I refuse to come near that room of yours. Too much red. Yeah, it's a mad amount of red. I'm not going to lie. Do we need to say anything? City are the team to beat. Geez, Liverpool are going to need more than luck this weekend. Don't even get me started. I like this comment by Chris. I know he's gone now. Big up to him. But he said, Tyler and British Chat, clearly another Fury versus AJ contract situation. breaking down where one of them's lost their pen. He's lost his pen, mate. He keeps saying sign it, but it's nowhere to be seen, mate. If City want to lose, put them up against a mighty town in the FA. Right, I'm going to put it out here. I keep saying it to my dad. You know, I got it right with who Luton would get first game of the season. I've got a feeling Luton in the FA Cup are going to get Arsenal at home. So clip that up if you want. We'll see if it happens.
That's not a bad shot, you know. That's not a bad shot, maybe.
I don't think it'd be Chelsea for once. Do you know what I mean?
No. I think that's Carabao Cup. We got City over more days.
Yeah.
I don't want to face City.
Rip
It's Carabao Cup.
That's pretty soon, actually, for the next round of games. I'm pretty sure it's a couple of weeks. Or just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's soon. I was looking at a team's fixtures. Don't know who it was. I think it might have been Villa's for Lewis to do watch-alongs and that. And I'm pretty sure they're, I don't know. I can't remember. British chat, we want a challenge. Now. I don't want to know what the score would be at the Etihad. A real talk. True, City wouldn't handle the pressure. This guy, man. Big up Waste says, no worries, Tyler, bro, you deserve it. Big up yourself, mate. Big up yourself for that. Haaland, that missing jigsaw piece. Now we're so used to playing with him. Now there's a great connection and link up with the team. Kanjai, I think I actually said his name right for once.
Kanji.
Oh, maybe not. 15 million bargain. Him and Haaland will be the key for UCL success. Fair enough, mate. Like I say, you know, you won the league without an out-and-out number 9, and now you bring in Haaland, and you look at what Liverpool are doing. They're just relying on players that are good, but they're getting on a bit. Do you know what I mean? They're not bringing in more options to help. You know, I remember Pep a couple of years ago, and I always say it. You know, if you want to keep being up there for that level, you have to change your team around because it's going to get obvious, you know, what you're trying to do in that sense. You know, and how they'll get used to how the players play in that. That's why everyone's like, Liverpool need to change formation now because it's getting obvious. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. Hanno, what's the score when you played Southampton? I can't remember. Oh, no, I can't remember, actually. Well, I can't say. We would probably lose them as well. We haven't actually played them yet, I don't think. You don't rate Shay Adams? I think he's pretty good. I don't know. I think he's pretty good, to be fair. We need a Luton Arsenal or Luton Spurs would be quality. Even though we'd probably get battered, imagine Tottenham away. It's not even far from us either. That'd be pretty sick. The thing is, if we went up, everyone's probably like the people that don't know that support Luton as well are like, what? It's Liverpool. If we went up, the thing is, they would start saying Tottenham and Arsenal are rivals, which I don't agree with, but they'd say because they're the nearest clubs. They'd say them, innit?
Sorry to interrupt, but round 3 is in the World Cup stuff, 7th of November, 2022.
Oh, there you go. So not really too long away. That'll go faster than you expect. But moving on to the next game. Hanno, I'm going to let you talk about this one like I do always, obviously, when we go to your team. You know, what I will say just quickly, I said a 1-0. You know,
I said 1-1, mate. I said 1-1.
Yeah, I remember you said that. I just thought, before you say what you got to say about the game, I just thought, you know, it'd be for Chelsea. Thought it'd be a win, but, you know, not much of a convincing one. And also with the fact Wolves, you know, I thought they'd maybe have a bounce similar, not where they'd win the game, but in the sense where, you know, it's like Bournemouth, they haven't officially got a manager, but they start picking up results. Same with Middlesbrough in the Championship. I thought it'd be like that. But Hanno, talk to me about this one.
Going into this game, I was very nervous. Of course, it beat Milan 3-0. I said 1-1 in that game. So I was still nervous because the last 4 times we played them, we drew. And last time we played them at Stamford Bridge, like 2-0 up, and then Wolves came back and made it 2-2 in like the 7th, in the last minute, maybe 90th minute, somewhere there. So I was breaking it. Right? But Potter went with a rotated lineup in the Champions League lineup. SP playing and them lots. But well done. Well done. Potable. Like after last night, we are cooking. Because this game we were absolutely cooking. Like Mason Mount, I don't know what Potter said to him, but he's been great again. Gee, I missed this Mason Mount. Seems like he's back to his base like almost Lampard's first season. But that saying, I'm saying that now, and this weekend he's having a sink again. So, but well done, Mason Mount. Well done, Chelsea. I feel like Chelsea are we on a roll. We beat Wolves, and it wasn't even like Wolves had. They had like two chances, maybe 2 or 3 chances. It wasn't like difficult chances Kepa couldn't save, but Wolves looking really, really poor, to be honest. I don't think. I just think these players need some confidence or anything. I think as soon as they get their new manager, I think these players will get a manager boost because these players aren't doing anything. Like we are. Let me check on the possession stats. Wait, hold on. I think we were like. Then again, we didn't have loads of the ball, but we were definitely in the control of the game. I don't think Wolves were like dominating, but yeah, but we were absolutely dominant. Just the way how we play through the lines and everything. And something on the Tuchel that was lacking was and it's also lacking for Liverpool is that quick transitions. On the transition, it's slow for Liverpool. It was on the Tuchel, but Chelsea and Potter, it is so quick, and I think most Chelsea fans maybe thought that it is his players, yes, and maybe Tuchel not telling them like you need to transition quick, like so yeah, but I'm definitely going to do after like the first. Of course, it's 5 games under Potter. We haven't conceded in something like okay no we haven't conceded in something like that. That's all unbeaten or in so definitely. So I will be doing a Chelsea show. If we continue this for the next like 5 games, I'm definitely doing a Chelsea show. And I'm going to ask, was Suko the problem? Or did he fall out of the players? Or was he like the main problem? Or was it both? Both him or was it just him falling out of the players? The chat can now decide. Tell if you want to answer that. But yeah, that's
Go on.
that's just the main thing. But yeah, one warning sign for me is again, I don't know if it's just me, but okay, am I back? Yeah, I think I'm back.
Yeah, you're back now, mate. You're back.
Yeah.
You had a little bit of a cut, but you're back now.
Okay. One thing I'm worried about, we're not really seeing that attack down the left like we saw. So that's one worrying for me because so in this game and same with the Milan game, not seeing like attacks down that left. Sterling thriving, jiggling at the players, taking them on because I don't know why, but we are favoring that right hand side. Right, so I don't know why, but there's like almost zero attacks. It's down the left, so that's one worry for me. But then again, it might just be we're trying to use as much of that right hand side dominance we have. It's something like that. But yeah, I think we're going to definitely see more of the left hand side as Reece got injured last week. I still don't know how he got injured or what the extent of the injury is, but I still need to look at that back. Unfortunately, I didn't see that injury, but almost luckily because I would have been like, no shit. But yeah, we got Ruben, Mr. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He can do a job there. Just no SB. That's all I want. No SB. If we see SB play this weekend, and he plays on next week in the Champions League, I'm going to be scared. So Potter. But hopefully Rich James injury isn't that bad. But hopefully Potter maybe tries Ruben at right wing back there maybe. But then again, he did deploy Ruben as a CDM, which is looking good. But yeah, just to sum it all in short, Potter ball is cooking. Players look fired up. Mason Mount is the best. is back on form. And Tuchel, was he the problem or was it just him falling out of the players? And why did he potentially fall out of the players? That's basically all to say. And Wolves are poor. Hopefully, I think they will get a managerial boost. Like new manager. That's in basically 1 minute. What I just spent on. But what do you think? Was Tuchel a problem, or was it just him falling out with the players?
To be honest, mate, like I said, obviously when he got sacked, a lot of people were surprised about it. I just think the owners had a plan in place, and that's what they done. And they were obviously looking at Potter, seeing what he was doing at Brighton, and that's why they got him. Sorry. Sometimes it's like that in football. A lot of people are surprised about managers getting sacked and that sort of thing, and then they get the new one in, and then it starts cooking. Like you said, in that sense. So that's what I think it was, to be honest, because you let him. I don't know. It's weird though, because then again, you did let him spend that money in the transfer window, but I don't know. It's a weird thing in that sense, but the main thing I bring it down to is them wanting something in that sense, like looking at what Potter was doing and judging it on there. But yeah, big up Kenny. Apparently that Sevilla manager's not going Wolves by the sounds of it, from what he's saying. Who are Wolves going to get? I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Poch? He's a shot. He's used to working at small clubs, so should adjust really quick.
I'm not sure. I can't see it, but you never know. But I'm going to go through some other comments. World Cup date is on my calendar. Nice. Wolves are dire. Chelsea have star quality in the show. Yeah. My thoughts on the game, by the way. Chelsea, they were really good. I felt, the way they were passing it around, and that just shows the quality. And like Hanno said, Mount is back on form. On that the Pulisic goal. It deserves a lot of credit. The 1-2s was brilliant. Brilliant finish by Pulisic as well. Havertz scoring again, and Broja, very good goal it was by him as well. Very good finish there, and that. I think that was his. If I'm correct, Hanno, was that his first goal for Chelsea?
No, Pulisic.
No, Broja.
Yeah, that's his first goal.
Yeah. So yeah, very good performance, and Wolves, just don't look great yet again, really. Like we said. Stephen says Havertz best signing Chelsea have made in a long time. He's starting to do really well.
The thing is with Havertz, if he maybe gets let's say, if this is his breakout season, then potentially back. Still,
no, I agree.
Because I think this has been maybe second or something. He hasn't scored. I don't know. Was that his first goal of the season for Chelsea? Potentially. I don't know. But yeah, go on. I'm just going to check that.
Also, who was it that signed him? I can't even remember myself.
Lampard.
That was it. That was it.
£200 million season. With Havertz, Werner,
I remember that.
Silva, Ziyech, all them. I've had loads of managers. If you think past 2 years, it's three managers with country.
But yeah, like I said, big up Kenny.
Kenny.
Go Wolves. Yeah, I can't. I can't. It's weird though because I could see him. Obviously, we'll get into Aston Villa in a bit. I could see him at Villa, but I just can't see him at Wolves. It's weird. A lot of people go, yeah, but they're in like I don't know. It's just one of them. I could see. I don't know why. Wolves are bookies' second favourites to be relegated at a minute, and it really shows. And guess who the first is? Forest. I'm guessing. I thought it was just making sure. What's that, Hanno?
Liverpool first to be relegated.
No. But we'll move on. We'll move on to the next game. A game me and Hanno watched, actually. I come on to his watch along for the first half. Obviously, after that, Luton ball draw, but I'll take the point, like I said. But anyway, less of that. At the Amex Stadium, obviously, Brighton versus Tottenham. A lot of people, obviously backed Brighton to win. Me and Hanno said the same score. We said 3-2. We thought it'd be goals galore. And, Tottenham's form since the North London derby obviously hasn't been too great. With the fact, obviously, they lost to Arsenal 3-1. They always tend to at the Emirates. And then, obviously, they didn't get a result they wanted in the Champions League. Can't remember what it was. Was it 0-0? I think it was. But yeah, against a Frankfurt team who have lost a lot of good players and are not doing too great this year. So that's why it's disappointing in that sense. But it went to Brighton and won. Brighton did have a few good chances, but they were either just wide or it just wasn't great in that sense. Son playing pretty well. He had a free kick that was quite unlucky. Save Sanchez should be making. But yeah, he had a few chances. Obviously, got the assist for the goal, and it was just just Spurs link up between Kane and Son, just getting them a massive win here. Because let's be real, as we know, Brighton's not an easy place to go. I think Tottenham went there. Yeah, Tottenham went there last year as well and won. Got clean sheet there as well, 2-0. So but then again, before that, it's been a bit iffy there. And I just thought the form there was on, Brighton could potentially get a win. And Brighton, obviously got that 3-3 at Liverpool. So that's also why I thought they'd get a result. But yeah, obviously missed a few good chances. And like I said, Spurs' quality is what got them the points here. Simple as that, really. Hanno, what would you like to add to this game?
So, yeah. First of all, BL on my title predictions. I think we both thought this was going to be our scoring game. Especially like Brighton, they've been in decent form. After, Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham. They're looking shaky. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they play out. This Tottenham season, of course, a top 3, but performance-wise, it's not looking good. And Brighton, unlucky. I know. Like Brighton are unbeaten or as a really good record at home, but I just feel like they're better away from home. If they're playing, I back them more being away from home than being at home. I don't know. Is it just me or?
No. To be fair, I'm the same really at the moment. Even though I did say Liverpool would beat them, I said narrowly. You know, I knew it weren't going to be a walkover, and you know, that sort of thing. Games before that, I'm just looking at their games before away, so I can, you know, think what I said to them games. Obviously, them games got called off. When they played Fulham, I think I said 2-1 Brighton, so you're right there. West Ham, I can't remember what I said. I think I said West Ham win, to be honest. And then United, I can't remember what I said, but I think I might have said a draw. So, yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just like what I'm wondering. But yeah, both teams doing decent so far in the season. But yeah, Tottenham, they're looking shaky. We'll see if they can beat Frankfurt home tonight. We'll definitely be seeing.
Big game for Tottenham, man.
Yeah,
Need to get some points on the board.
Well, I can't believe it's like I have by my Champions League predictions this week. Yesterday's games, I don't know what. No, it was shite games. Apart from a Chelsea game, it seems like other games were bad and predictions wise. Premier League predictions last week, I was good. I did good.
Yeah, I didn't do too great on yesterday's games. I think I did get one game spot on, the Salzburg Zagreb or whoever is at home. I think it's Zagreb actually, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
And then I got a 1 point. Some games I was close, PSG, but Benfica, man. I know obviously a Premier League stream. Just quickly, mad that they haven't lost all season. That is crazy, you know. But yeah, that's what I've got to say about that. Brighton came close, but Tottenham just sneaked it. Yeah, exactly. Shoot the bird. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? But moving on to the next game. Moving on, obviously, to the Sunday fixtures now. This game I was very close. West Ham literally got another goal right at the end to ruin my prediction. 90th plus first minute. I said 2-1 West Ham. I just thought, you know, they're starting to do all right now. You know, them being at home as well. Fulham, at the moment. You know, since that defeat to Newcastle. West Ham got 2-1 win here. I'm hearing a lot of people say, you know, Fulham got robbed, and I don't think they did, to be quite honest here. From what I saw anyway. Piera obviously took the lead for Fulham. Very good goal, by the way. You know, Fabianski, I believe it was in goal, or was it Areola? No, Fabianski, yeah, he had no chance. Roof of the net. Brilliant goal it was, which obviously took him into the lead. And then obviously West Ham got a penalty. Jared Bowen, you know, took it very well, obviously leveled things. And then going into the second half, Skamaka scored again. He didn't celebrate because he thought it was, offside, or it could have potentially been offside. Obviously, it wasn't the case. Obviously, they were saying, I think was that the one where they said handball, or am I thinking of a different time? I think it was that one anyway, but he lobbed it over the keeper, obviously put West Ham into the lead. He's doing very well recently, and that's the thing. Last season, they needed another option, and I generally think if they had another option other than Antonio, because he's decent, Antonio, but he's injury prone. You know, if they had another option, I think they could have got further in the Europa League. And that's what they were lacking, squad depth. Even a lot of their fans will tell you that last season, especially to go on a European run like they tried to. Still done very well, but they could have went even further. But yeah, obviously he got a goal. And then obviously Antonio come on, forced Skamaka, of course, and scored at the end, which obviously, like I said, was annoying because I did say 2-1 West Ham. But yeah, you know, he scored and flipping. I don't know. Leno had done all right up until that moment. Him and the defender, I don't know what they were doing at the back. And yeah, it's one of them where, you know, good win for West Ham. And like I said, I reckon now they start doing all right. And I know Liverpool have got them next week at Anfield. I remember when there was fans, they were the team, you know, since Liverpool have had that run, they were the team that nearly actually ended it. I think it was, I can't remember what the score was. I think it's like 3-2 or something in the end. But West Ham took the lead, I think, went 2-1 up, something like that, a couple of years ago. So don't write them off. They're starting to do well again. So, yeah. As for Fulham, it's always going to be difficult for me, for them to get a result away at West Ham, especially the fact Mitrovic's obviously, out at the moment as well. It's always going to be difficult, especially up front. But I don't think they got robbed, to be quite honest. Looking at what I saw, I don't think they did. I think West Ham deserved to win it. And why are they saying they get robbed? Because that handball, like, what's he supposed to do? His arms down, like, you can't really disallow that for me. Like, I know other games they have, which, like, the Man City game yesterday, that was absolutely ridiculous. But then again, like, let's actually be real. Like, what's supposed to happen there? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I've got to say about it. But, yeah, I'll go through some comments. Never harsh. Exactly. Hammers hammered Fulham. That was a good one. In all seriousness, scoreline did flatter West Ham. So, yeah, there you go with that. But, yeah. Anything you would like to add about this game, Hanno?
I was just like, why did Fulham have to score? I said 2-0 West Ham. West Ham, why did you have to get a third? And Fulham, why did you need to score? Like, that's just all I'm wondering. But yeah, good results for West Ham. Maybe they're back. The return of West Ham United. They're going back to the top 10, baby. That's it. No, in all seriousness, it's West Ham are 13th. They're not far off the top zone. So that's it. If West Ham continue on these games, on their run, they will definitely do better. But yeah, just one quick thing before we move on. Right, the power is back. We had a power cut. Yeah. So yeah. Just before we move on, the Premier League have decided they're not going to scrap the 3 p.m. blackout.
Oh, yeah, I saw that earlier.
So yeah, they're not going to do that anymore.
One of these.
Until what, 2025, they won't reconsider it. But I know the EFL are considering it, so maybe we will see more championship games. So and I know this is Premier League stream, but on the championship, it's disgraceful how Luton and QPR are not on TV. And that Huddersfield game is on TV. Absolutely. So it's like, that game isn't even big.
I found out a little bit more about this one. And to be fair, I don't know if you've seen it, Hanno, but it is understandable in the sense why it's not. Because last year, obviously, when we played them away, there's a lot of, what's the best word? Incidents after the game. And it resulted in one of our fans having to go to hospital and he nearly actually died. So they basically got like extra police and that sort of thing. So if I do go, which I'm still not sure if I am yet, but I've got to be very careful, trust me, because it always kicks off with QPR. So in that sense, I understand it. But, for games like the Derby, I think it's an absolute joke why we're not on TV, to be honest. They'd rather show Swansea, Cardiff, who are two Welsh teams in the English leagues, by the way, and they play each other year in, year out. Whereas Luton, Watford, with fans as well, haven't played each other since 2005. So make of that what you will. But this one, like I said, I understand that. So, yeah, there you go with that. But, yeah, we'll move on. To the next game, the other game that was on at the same time. I watched this game because obviously it was the one on TV. Could have watched the West Ham one, but I just had that on. And that was obviously Palace Leeds. Did say a Palace win for this game, so I got a point. I said 1-0. I didn't think it'd be obviously 3 goals for one goal. Thought Palace would sneak it, especially being at home. And I wouldn't necessarily say they sneaked this game. Obviously, they won 2-1, but Leeds had a very good start. I thought in the opening 10 minutes, leading up to their goal, they played really well. And Anderson, he done brilliant on that goal. Very unlucky not to actually score from it. Went past about 4 Crystal Palace players, hit the post. And then obviously Struck was there for the rebound, took him into the lead. And then a bit later on, Palace started playing better. And obviously that's where they got the equaliser. Edouard, brilliant ball in by Elise, by the way. And I remember watching the game and I was thinking to myself, as soon as the cross was played in, I was thinking, someone's going to get onto that and that's going to be a really good goal. And obviously that's what it was. And then obviously going into the second half, a bit of a dead second half up until the last 15 minutes, where obviously Eze got the goal. Very good goal, by the way. Brilliant flick by Zaha. And that's the thing about Palace. They've got, even last year, obviously, when they had Gallagher as well, they had really good, young players. And, that's what got them the win here. But like I said, the second half wasn't the greatest to watch. But, Palace turned it around and credit to them. In that sense. Let's see what Stephen says. Palace at home are quite good. Surprise Leeds scored as they are shy in front of goal at the moment. Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't think they were going to for that reason. And yeah, the Palace atmosphere is brilliant. And it was brilliant in this game yet again. Obviously, like I said, I was watching it before the Liverpool game, which obviously we'll get into. But yeah, like I said, credit to Palace, good turnaround. Leeds started well, but didn't end so well, of course. But Hanno, 2-1. Your thoughts on this one?
Thank you, Palace. Thank you. 3 points in my predictions. Thank you. Yeah. Palace, they have looked shaky, and I get that's one of the reasons. Leeds, people back Leeds, but of course, last week in the Premier League, I said 3-0. 3-0 Leeds versus what? Who did they play? I know they played the most. I think they played Everton or someone like that. But I thought they were going to win. They didn't. So I expected Leeds to be a bit poor. I think maybe we will see, but potentially that good start to the season they had was maybe just manager boost or bounce. We will find out. We will find out as the season carries on. Palace, they got the 3 points. That's all that matters. Yeah, they got out there unscathed. Yeah, go on up, go on Palace. No, London. Then also a London team. I'm not going to call them rivals because not really rivals, but yeah. Well done. Thank you for my 3 points. Yeah, Palace. Maybe it's no, they were a bit in bad form, but I think this will just give them this bit of confidence. I see Tyler sitting on his TV trying to find out what Champions League game he's going to watch.
Oh no, yeah, I know what one I'm going to watch. I've got it on now. I just had to turn the sound all the way down. I'm going to watch the other game in Liverpool's group because that's one of the early kickoffs. It's obviously Napoli, Rangers, Ajax.
Yeah. Come on. That's it. That is all my thoughts. Yeah, hopefully.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Like I said, very good start by Leeds in the opening 10 minutes, but Palace turned it around. And Eze, with a very good goal, and Zaha, good flick to him. But yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which I already know what game it is. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Was close on my prediction. Obviously, I said 2-2. so what I mean, a lot of games, as much as I didn't have a great week, a lot of games I was close. You know, like West Ham said 2-1, 3-1. City, I said 4-0, 4-1. This game said 2-2, obviously 3-2. Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? I'm not only going to blame him, but again, not so great. Give me a second. Sorry. Mom's just spamming me with messages. But, like I said, obviously on the first goal, very disappointing. You know, Xhaka and Martinelli, the opening minute, by the way, you know, he wasn't even watching one of them, you know, and it was just poor in that sense. And obviously that's where they got the goal. Martinelli, you know, very good player. A lot of people said going into the game, Martinelli versus Trent is going to be, you know, an interesting one. In the fact where Martinelli, a lot of people feel he had spin Trent, and that's what it seemed to be. Obviously, they took the lead there. Odegaard played it through, or Odegaard. I always butcher his name for some reason. And then obviously, Liverpool did equalise later on in the half. Núñez. Now, another thing, I was waiting to mention it on here, right? Big up Núñez for scoring and that. But I've just remembered, I saw a thing a couple of weeks ago where, you know, people were like, you know, he was asking the players after Klopp speaks, like, what was he actually saying? Because he's still trying to learn English. I don't understand why he's, you know, starting these sort of games if that's the case. I don't care if he's how much that he was. If he's not fully ready, then don't start him in that sense. If you're struggling with the language barrier and you're playing him against an informed Arsenal side, starting him, I don't understand it. I would have started Firmino as well. A lot of people, you know, Diaz has been class. I've said that. Obviously, now he's unfortunately injured, which we'll get more into. But, you know, a lot of people saying Diaz has been the best attacker. I disagree. Firmino all day long for me. He scored in the last 2 games. They get a double against Brighton, I'm pretty sure. Scored a very good goal in this game. Yeah, Diaz has been good. He's been trying to, you know, make things happen and obviously got a very good assist. But, you know, he hasn't really been scoring the goals, Diaz, has he? Like, whereas Firmino has. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of Liverpool fans slate Firmino. So, yeah, get rid of him. He's not nowhere near the player he used to be. What are they saying now? Let's be real. And half the people that say that, I actually like them people. But, you know, at the moment, they're looking like fools in that sense. I've always said, yeah, Firmino's not a regular starter, but I like him being another option and starting when he can and when he deserves to. But yeah, like I said, good goal by Diaz. You know, just in the right place at the right time. Really good. Not Diaz, sorry, Núñez. The celebration was absolutely ridiculous. What are you doing? If you're going to do anything like that, do it at the end of the game. Yeah. I see all these idiots during games tweet. Do not tweet until the game's done. If you win the game. Yeah, with Núñez, do not celebrate and do something like that until the end of the game if we've got the result we wanted. And he looked like a right forward at the end. I didn't even know he'd done it until I saw a lot of Arsenal fans like saying, yeah, this didn't age well and rare. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. And obviously when I was on the watch, I was celebrating like with Charlie, probably, yes, come on. Like I weren't really looking at that. So yeah, I didn't see that until a bit later on. And then obviously, like I said, Diaz had to come off injured. Obviously, Firmino come on. Like I said, Firmino should have started for me. But he's been the best attacker. Diaz obviously is gutting. You know, it's another injury. And he's definitely been the second best attacker for me. But I just feel I don't understand how people say he's been the best. Yeah, he's been creating, trying to make things happen, but he hasn't really got the goals like Firmino has. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I say him there. And then obviously Arsenal took the did take the lead. Before half time. Obviously Saka, the marking, Henderson and Trent. It is absolutely embarrassing. Yeah, as soon as Martinelli cut back, why are you not going to him straight away? He didn't even have to do much to cut back. There's 2 of you on him. Like it just wasn't good enough. As soon as it was played across to Saka, I knew he was going to score. He couldn't really miss that. And obviously, he took Arsenal into the lead right on half time. Well, 45th, plus 5th minute. Just very disappointing. You don't want to concede at a time like that, especially to, be behind again. And then obviously going into the second half, Trent come off half time for Gomez. Again, I know a lot of Liverpool Liverpool fans that said start Gomez. Not a bad chat. At right back, he does a lot better than centre back, especially if you base it on recent times he's played at centre back compared to right back. Games that stood out for me last season, people could say, oh, it's only Nottingham Forest, but he done well against them in the cup. And there was someone else in the league he done all right against. I can't remember who it was. He hasn't got the attacking threat like Trent does when it comes to that, but he's got the better defensive one. And I just feel if you play someone like Harvey Elliott in midfield, it won't be as bad in that sense. If Gomez is at right back. But yeah, obviously that happened, like I said. And then Firmino, like I said, got a goal, very good goal. Obviously, me and Charlie was going mental once again. Jota with the assist, and obviously that made it level again. And then Liverpool done more changes. Kanate obviously come out that Matip's now injured. He's been the best centre back, and now he's injured. It's just getting from bad to worse. I swear down. Obviously Salah come off. Now I didn't see Salah do anything this game. I can't defend him in this game, to be honest, because he was nowhere to be seen. I'll tell you where he was. He was Tomiyasu's pocket, mate. I'm not even gonna lie. That's where he was. Absolutely nowhere to be seen. I forgot he was even playing. Do you know what I mean? That's how bad it was.
Can you see that?
Obviously they got the penalty. I did think the penalty was absolute bull crap. Because there's contact, but it's ridiculous. If they're getting a penalty for that, we should get a penalty for the one, the incident in the first half. That's how I see it. But I'm not one of these that said, "Oh, that's the only reason Arsenal won the game." They were the better team. If anyone deserved to win, it obviously was them. We were very poor defensively. Going forward, we were good, but defensively, we were obviously shite. And credit to them. Like I say, they. Saka took the penalty well as well. Alisson was close, but obviously it creeped its way in. That's what won Arsenal the game. But like I said, what I will give them credit for, I've even said it to a few Arsenal fans I know. I've said it on Liverpool channels that talk about the game as well. I've said credit to them. They wouldn't have had that mentality a couple of years ago to, when Liverpool made it 1-1, for instance, they'd have probably thought Liverpool go on to win the game, and they just wouldn't have that spirit and that hungerness. And they've got that this year. They've got that. A lot of games they've been behind and they've come back, like Fulham as well. If that was last season, they'd have probably lost that. So I will give them credit for that, and then continue on their really good run. But I knew we wasn't going to win the game. I thought we draw at best going into it. Hence why I said 2-2. But credit to them. Like I said, I think they gave Martinelli man of the match, if I'm correct. That's probably deserved. Best Liverpool. I couldn't tell you. Honestly, couldn't tell you. Alisson made some decent saves, but then again, he conceded 3. And I'm not saying that's his fault, but can't really give it in that sense. I'd probably just say Firmino for Liverpool, to be honest. And I know he come on, but he come on in the first half. So that's what I've got to say about that. Hanno, what you got to say about this?
Okay, let's start. So, first of all, well done, Arsenal. You've done great. Then Liverpool. No, you lost and all that. But take it out of the perspective of you're 10th in the league and you almost beat the team that's first, that's going to win the Premier League title, according to some people.
Jeez, I thought you was actually saying that for a second.
You came close to Arsenal. Many teams didn't. You saw. And you haven't been that great. And you came really close to us. So, the performance in that was great. But let's be honest. Arsenal are good and all that. But Liverpool didn't play great and they almost beat them. They almost beat them. You almost beat them. So, and then again, what's called Martinelli? If we didn't have Sterling, I would sign him up ASAP. Maybe if Pulisic goes, we sign him up. That guy is quality. But yeah, Liverpool, of course, coming out of the injuries for Trent and Luis Diaz.
Matic as
That's
well.
tough. That's tough. Maybe Carvalho starting. Maybe that opens the door up for him. Potentially. But yeah, that's tough for Liverpool. Tyler, I know you say Firmino is the best attacker, but I think Diaz has been. You look on that pitch. I know it's based on goals and assists and that, but look, every time he gets the ball, I think rivals are scared, like, because he has quick pace, he's good technically, and he has a shot on him. I think it's all you want in a winger. It was a bit bulkier that would help a bit, but then again, that may take some of his space away. I would say Luis Diaz is your best attacker, and then yeah, Liverpool should it have been a penalty? Um, it was really really soft line. I'm not going to say it. If I say that shouldn't be a pen, also fans are going, and United fans and everyone that thinks that should be a pen going to come at me. What about the penalty you got against West Ham, or West Ham's penalty they should have gotten versus you guys? Like, okay, so that's in a part. Right? Come on. So, but yeah, I think it's a 50-50 call, definitely. Maybe should have looked at a closer look. But yeah, on the handball situation, like it isn't basketball. He was in basketball. They go denied when they had a shot, like denied. That was what he was doing. No, you can't do that. That should be a penalty. That's Or other thing he had to do is travel to outside and score a goal there. That's all he had to do. Then it was just basketball. So but yeah. Well done also, you're top of the league. I need you. I just want to know, Tyler, chat, when are us going to drop points? When are they going to fall down? When?
I don't even know their fixtures, mate. I know they've got Leeds next, which they ain't dropping no points there. I'll tell you that. Home or away, they ain't dropping points there. Pick this up, I know they won't. Oh yeah, so it's at Leeds. It don't matter. Last year they beat them like 4-0 or something at Leeds. Can't see him dropping points at Southampton, even though they've struggled there recent years. Can't see it. Forest at home, think they got them. I'm not looking at the Europa League, of course. Chelsea, they do all right at Stamford Bridge, so I can't see that. That's EFL Cup. Wolves away, can't see that. Remember last year they grinded out a 1-0 win. West Ham at home, can't see that. They do all right against West Ham as well. Brighton away, I can see Arsenal winning that. Newcastle at home, I can see them winning that. Tottenham away.
Well, when's
maybe.
When's that?
That is ages away, mate. That's January.
Come on, Chelsea. Just beat them. That's all I want. If we can beat them, that would just be the dream. But yeah.
The thing is, they were meant to have Man City very soon, after Leeds, but it got postponed.
Yeah.
But even then, that's at Arsenal. Remember last year, they were unlucky. Like, the referee was a joke that game, I'm not going to lie. So, if it was away at Etihad, I probably would have backed City and said they'd lose that. But, the reason I say Tottenham is because, like I said in North London derby games, the team that's at home generally tends to win the games. If you actually look at recent results in the last couple of years, But like I said, that's in flipping January. So
Yeah. Oh, also, and played Chelsea on the 6th of November, 6 days before my birthday. So please, Chelsea, please. That day. That's the only day I want Chelsea to win. We can lose all the other games. I can't go into my birthday with 10 and Chelsea losing to Arsenal. But yeah. Arsenal, it seems like they're going to stay there at the top of the league forever, it seems like. Yeah. Oh, but hopefully. Maybe Newcastle do something. Yeah, Liverpool are just, I don't know. Liverpool has problems all around.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. And more injuries just to make it even worse. Like I said, obviously I don't wish injuries on anyone, but the Trent one could be a benefit in a way. I think Calvin Ramsey's getting closer as well, but I'd still start Gomez ahead at the moment, of course. But like ones like the Matip one is obviously devastating. So like I say, he's been the best centre back this season. Even though defensively Liverpool haven't been great, I didn't think he was too bad in the Arsenal game, Matip, to be fair. I remember he'd done some, good bits of defending where he cleared it away, blocked it and that sort of thing. That's gutting. Obviously, Diaz, the spark he's created is gutting as well. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens and that. Henderson and Trent pathetic. Yeah, especially on that second goal, mate. Especially on that second goal. Flipping joke, mate. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which you lot wanted me to still watch along to straight after. So, obviously, I've got everything quickly set up and that. And that was obviously two teams I don't like, obvious reasons. Everton versus United, I said 1-1. So, again, game that I was close on again. I just thought with it being at Everton, you know what the atmosphere is like, especially when they play Liverpool, United. It's always on it. It sounded like it from what I heard, little bits of. Everton did take the lead. Wobie, what a goal that was, by the way. I was proper bigging it up on the stream. Obviously, I don't really want to, but you have to give credit where credit's due. Damari Gray done the pass. Bit lucky that the pass, fell out to him because obviously it did come off the United player. But what a goal! The goal weren't lucky. Do you know what I mean? Like I said on the stream, brilliant strike by him. And then obviously shortly after, 10 minutes after, Man United got a goal. Anthony, like I said on the stream, as soon as it come across to him, I knew he was going to score, because he had a lot of space. And good finish by him. I think he's made it 3 out of 3 games that he's scored in now, if I'm correct.
His first 3 Premier League games he started in.
Yeah, and 3 goals. Yeah.
3 goals. First Man United player to do that, so big up to him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Credit where credit's due. Obviously, Martial with the assist. Good pass through as well, of course. And then obviously Martial had to come off. Ronaldo come on. A lot of people for God's sake, especially after his performance in Europe. He was, like I said, I didn't watch that game in Europe, United had, but like I said, on TikTok, I saw this highlights thing of just his moments and flipping hell. I don't know how he didn't score any of them. But obviously he come on and proved the point. Proved the point that he's still kicking. Obviously got his 700th career goal, which is just crazy to think that. So big up to him. Even though he does play for United, obviously I prefer him. I always say him over Messi. I stand by it. I'm not saying my reasons. I don't need to. I said it on the stream. Don't need to say them again. Obviously, Casemiro with the assist. He was very unlucky. He got given man of the match. It's weird seeing Casemiro as high up as I did. He's very attacking at times. And I remember he had a header in the first half and it just went wide. Diving header, I believe it was as well. Obviously, Ronaldo, Casemiro, the link-up playing again, obviously, apart. Obviously, when they were at Madrid, that happened quite a few times as well. And like I said, Ronaldo put them 2-1 up, and obviously that's what ended up winning them the game. Rashford did get a goal. I want to talk about this a little bit. Rashford did get a goal disallowed, which absolute bull crap. Absolute bull crap. His arm was down. It did come off his hand, but it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. What is he supposed to do in that position? I just don't understand. Felt sorry for him, to be honest. He's done really well this season. Well, ever since that Liverpool game anyway, he's done well. And just a good turnaround from United. A lot of very good performances. De Gea done a very good save at the end to keep United from getting the 3 points. And a lot of really good performances. I think Eriksen deserves a shout out as well. I'm surprised with how deep that United are playing in, but it seems to be working out at the moment. So, in that sense, all right, it didn't work against Man City, but then again, Man City, do you know what I mean? Who expected them to get some sort of result there? And he got a lot wrong there, Ten Hag, but he seems like he got a lot of it right this time. And obviously that shot with De Gea done that save near the end, that was Garner. I forgot he even went to Everton. Good signing. I saw a lot of him when he was at Forest last season, of course. And good signing for Everton. But for me, United should have won 3-0. That handball was an absolute joke. But that's my thoughts on it. Hanno, your thoughts?
Okay, thank you, United. 3 points in the bag. As always, United, they should have won. Everton, we all know it's a tough place to go. And Everton, they've done great to score that first goal. It's always great. Good result for United. Unlucky for Rashford not getting that third goal. Everton, you shouldn't be bummed. Like, you play United every season. If United don't beat you, it's a big shock. So United 2-1. Thank you. And that's all I have to really say. Like, it wasn't one crazy game. So
fair enough,
strange.
mate.
Yeah, that. That's basically all of it. So
Fair enough. I'm just going to see what people are saying before we go on to the last game. Big up Harry. He says, I watched this game. Man United played very well, to be fair. They did. When they turned it around, they absolutely did. Ronaldo would be class if him and Casemiro play in the starting 11. Yeah, like I said, it links into Ten Hag getting a lot wrong, obviously, against Man City. He didn't start Casemiro in that game, and I think, that Everton game, obviously Man City a better side, but I think it showed that he should have started, really. And obviously he got man of the match, voted by, the commentators and that. I think I gave it to Anthony. I did actually, I remember. So but, Casemiro is definitely up there for the shout. Well on Ty for doing a watch along to this. What a trooper. A Wobie great strike, sorry. Anthony was never going to miss, and then Cristiano silenced the Boo Boys. No, absolutely. And you lot wanted me to do a watch along. It turned out to be a decent game. So, Lindelof looked good. I think it's him and Martinez at the back. Yes, it was. And Lindelof did look good as well. Like I said, a lot of very good United performances. Anthony, Ronaldo, Martial, obviously, before he came off, got the assist, like I said. Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, a lot of the team. De Gea with the saves at the end, or that save at the end. De Gea earned his wage this week. Yeah, no, absolutely. The Martial injury was a benefit to United against Everton. In that sense, because obviously Ronaldo come on and he scored the winning goal, didn't he? So, Anthony looks like a great player. I think this United team have a lot of potential to be a top 2-3 side. Not this year, but I definitely think, in the next couple of years, maybe, potentially. I still think there are better teams that are ahead of them in that sense. Like like your Tottenhams, definitely Arsenal, if they don't obviously win the league, which I don't think is going to happen, I think eventually Man City will get the leads and that sort of thing. I think Chelsea are still slightly ahead of them, to be honest. So, yeah, maybe in a couple of years, but I don't think right now. What did you going to say, Hanno?
Yeah, you say that, but maybe we aren't. I think I'm just so scared this is just manageable. That's all. I'm scared about this Chelsea thing going on. But yeah, we will keep it going. We will keep it going up the Chelsea. But that's just the one thing I'm maybe scared about. At this point of time, our playing and everything, we're clear of United, far clear. But only problem that might come in is that we do that. But yeah.
Fair enough, mate. We'll move on to the last game, which obviously I was backstage for Lewis doing the stream. And obviously Hanno was on it for the first half as well. And obviously I went on it at half-time and full-time. But yeah, obviously Nottingham Forest versus Villa, Midlands derby. Obviously not a massive Midlands derby, but still is. Again, very close on my prediction. I said 1-0 Nottingham Forest. I thought with the Steve Cooper announcement, I thought they'd get some sort of result. And Villa, I'm still not convinced by. They deserved to beat Man City. They should have. The VAR was stupid. But then the game after that, Southampton at home, it wasn't too convincing, especially against Southampton with how they've been. I'm still seeing a lot of holes in that Villa team. But I'm gonna fly through the game, and then what I want to talk about more on this is obviously about Gerrard. But yeah, obviously 1-1. Like I said, obviously Forest took the lead. Dennis, good ball in by Gibbs White, and a good header by Dennis. Thank God he's not playing for the scum anymore. Do you know what I mean? At least he's playing for a better side. Let's be real. And then obviously shortly after, Young got a goal. It's probably the best Villa player on form right now, I would say, Ashley Young. Ever since that Man City game when he come on, he's been playing well from what I've seen. Wicked goal here. Obviously, they were bigging it up on Sky Sports and that as well. Lewis was obviously going mental. Sorry to the headphone users. Do you know what I mean? That's what we had to say at the time because you know what he's like with Villa score. But yeah, obviously 1-1. And then after that, it was a bit of a dull game. Villa after the goal, they were passing it around a lot more, trying to make things happen. And I said to Lewis at half time, I was thinking they could have the edge based on how the game is if they carry on how they were, but they come out and they were awful. I thought the only spark really was what's his name? Archer. That's it. Archer when he come on. I thought he was all right. Jacob Ramsey, he was losing his head. Trust me, he was. I don't know. He's lucky he didn't potentially get sent off because twice he proper lost his cool. It was mad. But yeah, it wasn't so great. The bit I want to get onto now. Good point for Forest. I'd say obviously not so great for Villa. I heard the Villa fans, I didn't hear it live, but I saw after the game they were saying, talk about Gerrard. They were saying we want Gerrard out. Coutinho was awful as well, like Harry says in the chat. Yeah, he was shocking. He was absolutely shocking, mate. I definitely agree with that one. Looking at it as a neutral, I try and get my opinion on it. Obviously, people are going to say I'm biased, but looking at it, you can't defend it. He come out at the start of the season, said they're fighting for Europe. Going to be fighting for trying to get into Europe. Most likely Conference League, but still, the signings they've done. Don't get me wrong. I know one of the players is out quite long term, but even then, they should be in a much better position than they are. And yeah, it's just not looking too great. It's not looking too great over there. But Hanno, your thoughts on what's going on at Villa right now?
So yeah, good. First half was good. the second half, first half wasn't, and Shaw wasn't that great. So yeah, Villa, I think, look at the players, like you you have to point it at Steven Gerrard. Like, you can't be getting nothing out of the likes of Coutinho, Buendia, Ollie Watkins, um, John McGinn. You can't be getting nothing out of them. They're decent. Same for Amy Martinez. He's also good. Like you can't get nothing um, out of him. So he needs to do something to improve. But yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think? What does the chat? No.
The chat's saying quite a lot about it. So obviously we'll go through comments by comment. Obviously, this isn't about the game as it stands, but there is more. Not Hanno, sorry, it said Hanno in the message. Harry says Arsenal will get second. 100% was my prediction in my predicted table. Chelsea, I'm not sure. Hanno, fourth or fifth for me. I stick with what I say at the start of the season. I said fourth for Chelsea, so I'm going to stick by it.
No, yeah, same. I thought Liverpool would be there, but yeah.
Villa are so poor, lads. Generally, Gerrard needs to change his tactics. Gerrard's running out of time. Exactly. And I said, just quickly before I read the other comments, I said to Lewis, right, if they bring that atmosphere against Chelsea, because I don't think early prediction, not exactly my prediction, but just who I reckon will win. Chelsea will win that game for me, especially with how they've been in recent games. But I said to Lewis, if they bring that atmosphere on Sunday that they did away and a lot of people start singing it, then he could go the next day, especially if they don't get a result. Like I said, I don't think they will. So that's what I will say. I think it could be similar to sort of Steve Bruce in that sense, where he got sacked the next stage. You know what I mean? He'll be a bong lord today. Says he won't even bother going to Villa games. That says it all. Exactly. Yeah, I know he's a Watford reject, but I do have to give credit where credit is due, and he's probably the best Villa player right now for me. A lot of their midfielders have been awful. Coutinho's been poor, McGinn's been pretty poor, which I'm surprised about. Archer, for me, Archer deserves more game time. Should not start, but should look. I can't speak. Should get more of a cameo. Because I thought he was actually all right when he come on. Harry says, mate, my ears are bad enough at the moment. Lewis celebrating that young goal could have bursted my eardrum. Yeah, trust me. I swear he just shouts like that for the fun of it. Flipping hell. Coutinho needs to be dropped. Oh, yeah, I said that tonight. I've always thought Villa bought well, but they need a new striker like a big name, just like Newcastle did with Isaac. Ings isn't the player he was. Watkins only turns up some games. I'd 100% agree with this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Ings is definitely not that guy anymore. And Watkins, I just think he's been bang average. A lot of their team has and really poor, but he's not doing anything, is he? Like, I'm not even a Villa fan, and it just frustrates me because he's just sitting there like not doing anything. Like, I don't know, it's annoying. I'll give Villa a chance against Chelsea, especially after the draw they get against City. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Chelsea will walk the game, but I just think Chelsea will win the game, especially the form they've been on. And yeah, Harry,
But yeah,
I can see it being 1 or 2 goal difference.
Is it at Chelsea or away?
No, it's at Villa, I'm pretty sure. No, in fact, it's at Villa. I know it's at Villa. I don't even need to look.
We don't have a good record at Villa,
And I said to Lewis, like I said, if they bring that atmosphere that they did Forest away, you know how big Villa Park is. If they all start singing it, I reckon he could go the next day, especially if they don't get a result. Hold up. What's this message all about? Give me a second, people.
Okay. I'll read through some. Steph says, when it is, when is Gabby's opinion matter? What do you mean with Gabby's? I don't know what you mean, Steph. Stephen.
Why are people are impatient, aren't they? When is Gabby's opinion matter? It basically means when does his opinion matter? He does say some mad stuff, but it's one of them, innit? But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, like I said, if they bring that atmosphere, against Chelsea, then I could see them going the next day, especially if they don't get a result, which I don't think they will. And Napoli have already scored. Oh dear, it's looking long, isn't it? Big up Harry, by the way. He said, well, big him up anyway. But he says these Prem predictions streams are class. Man, your layout and everything. Generally, you're the only person I watch on Prem predictions on YouTube, mate. Fair enough, mate. Big up yourself for that. I know a lot of people do enjoy them, and they are starting to. Ever since I've done them separate to predictions, they are starting to, do a lot better. I just think it's better. It's separate. It's not as long in that sense, even though it's nearly been 2 hours, but different, isn't it? In that sense, I don't feel like I've got a rush to go over to predictions because I did feel like that. I'm not going to lie. And plus, then I can have people on and predictions. I like to do it myself mainly, but if I'm with mates or we got a certain team, then I'll just bring them on, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's where I stand on it. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, there's that. But Hanno, any final thoughts or anything you would like to say on this matter? Gerrard, the game, anything?
Hopefully, Jared gets sacked and goes to League Two. I really don't like him. Jeez. Flipping. I don't like him. So I hopefully he might. Not sure what else to say. Gerard, hopefully. Please don't sack him before we play him. You can sack him after we beat him like 3-0. Then you can
Not
sack
saying that. I think if they bring that atmosphere, they bring Forest away, a lot more people singing. It'll be the day after, especially if you beat him, which I believe you will.
Yeah. Hopefully, but I say we don't have the best record at Villa Park. But hey, new manager, new style, new players. Okay, no, not some new players. Sterling, Demlot. But yeah, that's all my thoughts. Okay.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Right, I'm just going to get rid of this now, and then we'll look at the table before we wrap up. And obviously do this other stuff we do. If it's a thrashing, Gerrard, Steph, I got 100%. I can see a Bamiyang hat trick. I can see him score.
Please, I want also fans to forever be salty that they let him go.
Yeah, I've always rated Aubameyang still to this day. I think he's a good player, and I like the guy, to be honest with you. Like when he scored yesterday, like I said in Hanno's chat, mate, I was happy for him. Do you know what I mean? Because I actually like him. But yeah, there's that. So like I said, what we'll do now is go through the table. Obviously, earlier we briefly said, flipping nails out on my door. Briefly said, where certain teams are, but we'll go through it as a whole. The tattoo needs to go. Yeah, trust me, it's mad, isn't it? It is mad. But if he's putting in the performances, what is all this crap? I don't care about this. Just show me the table and show me all these dodgy adverts. But anyway, there we go. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, there you go. So obviously Arsenal remain top, obviously on 24 points. Obviously after that win against Liverpool. Man City second, Tottenham third. Chelsea obviously are now in the top four. After that, Tottenham, Brighton result, and obviously Chelsea with beating Wolves. Man United fifth, Newcastle sixth. So, like I said, they're starting to get some heavy, wins, and obviously that's boosting them up there. Brighton now seventh, but obviously the points are tight. Bournemouth 8th. It's just crazy to think. Fulham 9th. Liverpool 10th. You can just about see us in the top half of the table. Just about. Flipping out. Brentford 11th. Everton 12th. Look at that. Just above Everton. What is going on? West Ham 13th. Leeds 14th. Palace, after that win, I think they started off 17th for the start. Obviously, now they're 15th. Villa 16th. And then Southampton, like I said, I predicted them to finish 17th. They are currently 17th. Wolves, and then obviously the bottom three, Wolves, Forest, and Leicester. Obviously, Forest getting that point as put them above Leicester. But all Midlands clubs at the moment are in the relegation zone. So it's mad in that sense.
Okay.
But yeah.
One question I want to ask. Does the Emirates allow away fans? Because I never see away fans at the Emirates.
Yeah. They're on like the curve bit.
Oh, that's how you don't see them.
Yeah, it is quite difficult. How I usually plan it out when I see it on the TV is whoever they're playing, I see their fans and that put up a flag on like the bits, like the tunnel sort of bits.
Yeah. Because I never see them.
But no, I see what you mean. Like games like Liverpool is probably difficult to see because obviously both are red. Yeah, their away end is big as well. To be fair, Arsenal's. Like I said, they give you like the curve bit, but it is actually all right to be fair. But yeah, there's that, and then obviously to wrap up, I don't quite have them because I'm not on my actual StreamYard. But yeah, obviously we'll do Clown of the Week. A lot of options up there. You can put Trent, you can put Henderson, you can put the ref in that game, Michael Oliver, whoever it was, can't remember. They're all as bad as each other. You could put Raya, you could put Pinnock. Who else is there? Gerard. How do I nearly forget about that? Yeah, there's a lot of options.
Brendan
Rodgers, yeah, that's another shout. It's difficult for me. It is actually difficult.
I have to go Michael Oliver, aka Michael Oliver equals Anthony Clown Taylor. So yeah, that's my one.
I'm not saying Gerard because I knew Villa weren't going to get a result. I don't want to say Leicester. Well, I don't want to say Rodgers because Bournemouth are doing all right. But it's still not good. Still not acceptable, of course, in the manner that they took the lead and that. Trent's up there. Hendo's up there. The ref's up there, like you said. I'm going to say Trent and Henderson because if I say the ref, neutrals, people looking back at it go, you say that because you lost. No, we are poor defensively. Trent and Henderson on that second goal, I just couldn't believe it. Literally, all Martinelli done was just move back and then play it through. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely, you literally let him cut back.
We have the big three.
Couldn't believe it. So I'm going with them too. I don't want to talk too much about this until I find out a bit more. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm trying to think, can I say anything about it? Like, I'm just gonna wait in it to see what's been said. Then I might do a video about it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really want to go into it either because I don't know what's actually been said. A lot of people love to jump on a bandwagon and say certain things have been said. I'll see what has been said when the players that were there get dragged into it because they were near it. And I'll see a lot more when I know a lot more because I don't know a lot as well. So I don't want to get into it.
I think just if what they are saying is true, I wouldn't expect that from Anderson. I wouldn't expect that.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying to people as well. I was like, because I remember Henderson when players were taking the knee and that sort of thing, he was proper trying to like promote it in that sense. And I don't know if he's that guy, but we'll see in it. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't know what is actually true and false. I actually just had a great chance and they just fluffed it. But anyway, there's that. Looks class on the TV as well. Would love to go to that away end at some point, even if it's with any team. Yeah, I would, to be fair. And Arsenal's not far from me, the Emirates. It's about, on a good day, it's probably about 40 minutes. Trent, yeah, I'm going to go Trent and Henderson. Just for that second goal, mate. It's a joke. That's Watford fans, yeah, they were shocking, but obviously Premier League. And them lot ain't in the Premier League, yeah. And the way they're carrying on, they go to League One, mate. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was shocking what I saw between them lot. But yeah, that is that. And then obviously the other one we'll do before we wrap up is obviously goal of the week. This is. I don't think there was nowhere near as many bangers as last week.
Pulisic's goal.
That was a decent goal. I did like Palace's second goal, and it weren't necessarily the finish. Ashley Young, by the way, is up there. Just remembered his goal was good.
Yeah, I forgot about his finish. Yeah.
Palace's, I like the play up to it. It weren't necessarily the finish. It was the play up to it. Finish was very good as well, by the way. But I'll probably just go Young's.
What big chance for Atletico? Wait, big chance. Griezmann.
Yeah, that's the other game, isn't it? Firmino, his goal was good, but I wouldn't say it's. I'm going to go Young's because you got to remember he's a defender as well. That was a very good strike.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Young's.
Maybe I will be servicing.
Iwobi, sorry, yeah. How can I forget about that? I was bigging it up. Iwobi.
I didn't see that goal.
Great goal, Hanno, mate. Great goal, honestly. Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go Iwobi. I completely forgot about that.
Let me just quickly see. Go to
wicked goal. Alex, he says, "Hello, ladies." Okay, then. Big up yourself, mate. Had to add them, Ty. Yeah, you got to get them in every time. Hanno YouTube it. I think he is, to be fair.
Yeah, Iwobi goal.
It was a great goal. Even if you just put highlights, I think it's like the first thing on the highlights. So.
Oh.
Great goal. Like I said, Gray got a little bit lucky with the block, but the finish wasn't lucky at all. Do you know what I mean?
That's definitely a good finish, but is it better than
Young? It's him or Young for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
is it better than Young's? Is it better than Young's? No. I'm going Young.
Talk about goals. Napoli just scored the most ridiculous. Well, it wasn't the most ridiculous goal. I'm over exaggerating. It was a big goal. Like the keeper, I'll tell you what the keeper just done, right? Because he had no chance. He just literally stood here like it's like on FIFA, when they go like that.
Yeah.
Flipping 2-0 Napoli, just like that.
But I just switch over to it. I'm going to see it now. At some point, that's it.
Yeah, that's actually a sick goal. Even though it's in the box, it's a sick goal. What? Sorry, I lagged out there. Watch the game if you're not already. Trust me.
That is a good goal. Yeah, that is the Napoli goal. That's a wonderful strike.
Sick goal, isn't it? I can't remember what I said. I think I said 2 or 3-1 Napoli, but I can't remember. Alex says, "Big up your damn selves." I used to say that all the time, didn't I? Man, the grind is real. This link up is like bread and butter. Hanno, get yourself to UK. I transfer you to a Luton fan with free tickets to the games. We was actually talking the other day. Good couple of years, and you actually can come over, can't you, Hanno?
Yeah, what?
Well, you say it was like 3-4 years, yeah.
Okay, so
I'd be in the Premier League by then, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, wait. So if you count this year, so 2025, I'm a trick. That's the last year of school. Then I'm planning to take a gap year to travel the world. to the world. So basically 4 years. So 4 years, and 10 and 15 in a month. So 15.
There you go.
So yeah. So what? We need to go to school and 12 years of school, and then it's uni, gap year, and travel the world, and then so yeah, 4 years, 4 years. Bring that money so long in. Bring the money.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. We will. Sure, we'll get something sorted. 100%.
It's
That
if
is
you
gutting. Go on, say what you was going to say, mate.
even like what's something. Let me check. UK pounds to the unit we have here. If you send me if you send me £1, I already have 20 rand here. I already have 20. So
How much you need?
No, I don't know, something like that. It's crazy, right?
Right, fair enough.
Flights to, let's say, London. I don't know, right?
Just go to Luton Airport, mate. Limbs.
Okay, let's just find a rough one. Yeah, it's if it's today and back. If I fly in economic,
just mad just talking about this, you know.
Yeah, it's actually. Okay. Pound. Let me try. Let me transfer. Let's see. Okay. So, no. Okay, so the base is if I go with Swiss, cheapest. No, I don't want to book it. Right, 12,749.
While you do that, I'm just gonna go through some comments.
Yeah, like if I was like going right now, it would have been like £700.
All right.
But then I think it's today and back. I think.
Right. Yeah.
You go and then back again.
Can't go QPR Saturday. Oh, that's gutting, mate. That is gutting.
Yeah, that's.
I'm debating if I go or not. I have a season ticket, but still, I'd probably go if I was you, because I also look at it if I had a season ticket. Norwich is on red button, so I'll probably do a watch along to that, and I'm not going all the way there by myself because that's just dead. And then Watford, obviously, I can't go to that. But if I had a season ticket, obviously it'd be different. So yeah, and this one's not on TV either way. I could still watch it, but I don't know. Oh yeah, he answered that. Me and Tyler equals tickets. You, mate, not me. You and me. Yeah, you two then. I want my name in blue. What on the what? Because I got my thing orange. You want it blue? Is what you're saying? Is that what you mean? I think it is.
Just like the writing. Maybe I don't know. That's it.
I would change it, but I like the orange, especially for the Hatter show.
Yeah.
Norwich in Tuesday. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I don't know.
Why is the midweek games? I hate midweek games.
I don't mind midweek in the Championship, but like the Premier League midweek games, they annoy me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Because
the ones coming up are on Amazon Prime. I can't stand Amazon Prime. Like I was thinking, yeah, I'll do a watch along Liverpool West Ham, but then it's on Prime. I'm gonna be behind. Like it's just annoying, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying quickly before we wrap up. Oh no, I don't think there is actually.
The cheapest one, right? The cheapest one. He's like 8,000. Okay. Now,
Who plays in Stephen? Let me know who plays in Luton's under 21s. Because I'm just looking. There's no. You can't actually get tickets now for QPR by the looks of it. I don't know when it stopped, but what is up there is Luton under 21s versus Bournemouth, and that's a day after Norwich. I might vlog that. I don't know. I don't know who plays for him. Petit. Does he? Does he actually play? Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. Is that Kenilworth Road, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it is. Yeah, I might try and go to that, you know. It's not going to sell out, is it? Like, no disrespect. And support the boys, isn't it? Nelson. Yeah. He was on the bench against... who did we last play midweek? Huddersfield. Is it Huddersfield? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of an experienced bench against West Brom. Yeah, I don't know. I might go to that because that's the day after. Yeah,
Atleti 1-0. Atleti 1-0. No, sorry. Offside.
And then there's away tickets for someone, but it doesn't say Luton. View all events, 8. Norwich. Stoke away, you can get tickets for that as well, but we got Blackpool the weekend, so I don't know what I'll do there. I might just go Stoke because I didn't go last year. I don't know. I'll see. Development boys are doing good things. Yeah, I might go. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, we're going to wrap this up now. Of course, obviously, we've been doing it for 2 hours, but it's been enjoyable. Been a really good stream, actually. It's probably been one of the best reviews that I've enjoyed doing. We've got up to 20 likes. Big up Aways for the super chat earlier as well. It's got over 100 views as well. So big up yourselves. And I was debating whether to carry on doing these. Do you know what I mean? So big up everyone for the love. Hanno, mate, where can the people find you?
And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to T-Boys TV. Let's just say it's right there. You got T-Boys TV extra, please guys support that channel as well. Coach's Corner on YouTube, but that's my channel. Instagram Hanno_coach_corner. Twitter Hanno_coach corner. So yeah, big up everyone, and up the chows, and up the town, I guess.
Yes.
Up the town, up the town, and up the chows. First Chelsea, then Luton.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. But yeah, like I say, it never lets me put Hanno's channel in the title for some reason. So obviously it's in the description, like always, whenever it comes on the channel. But yeah, don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I see a few new subscribers. I think about 2 or 3. So big up yourselves for that. Yeah, 2 new subs in this stream. I got another sub earlier, but I know who that was. So big up yourselves for that. And obviously I'll be back at around about 7:50. Obviously it's scheduled on the channel now. Rangers versus Liverpool. Definitely it'll be a good one for atmosphere. If Liverpool win the game.
Oh, Rangers, we love you. Come on, Rangers.
If Liverpool win the game, I won't be giddy because at the end of the day, I've already said what I've said about Rangers. I stand by it. They're not a Champions League side for me, but it's a good time for them to maybe get a result, especially if our Liverpool been and the fact it is at Ibrox. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, and then turn on notification bell. Like Hanno said, subscribe to my other channel as well, T-Boys TV Extra. Hanno is obviously doing a great job on there, like I say. And there'll be some stuff on there that he's posting very soon as well. I think maybe tomorrow, if I'm correct, Hanno.
Might be tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, during the next few days.
So keep your eyes out for that. Obviously, link to that is in the description. And then, like I said, if you want to follow me across any of my socials, link to them are also in the description. And that's all I've got to say. Big up everyone. And like I said, hopefully I'll see many of you later. Big up Hanno as well for obviously the Liverpool game. Until next time, take care and peace.